Hello everyone, this is Shade Foray with TaxSaleSupport.com. I'm here with Steven Swenson, and this is for the deals of the week here for this week, September 17th, 2019.
Yeah, absolutely. We've decided we're going to start doing a video each week where we focus on a particular area and property and kind of go over an interesting deal or an interesting investment opportunity each week.
Yeah, so one of the areas we're going to start off talking about this week is Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin is a tax deed state, and a lot of investors don't think of Wisconsin when they think of tax deed investing, but there is quite a lot of opportunity up there. Each year, around August 31st, what counties do is they foreclose on properties that have been delinquent for 2 years. So if you don't pay your property taxes for 2 years, they're going to go ahead and start the foreclosure process in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Now, after this, they'll offer up the foreclosed on properties at the tax deed auction, and so this is an opportunity to acquire properties that have been foreclosed on due to delinquent taxes that you can acquire outright.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, depending on the county, Wisconsin's a little bit different. They'll sell the properties two ways. Either we've seen them sell them at the delinquent taxes. Well, I guess three ways really. We've seen them start having the opening bid start at the delinquent taxes. We've seen them start at a percentage of the assessed value, and then we've seen properties through over-the-counters and resales where they'll have some type of minimum bid that they'll set.
Yeah.
So depending on where it's at, it could be a higher percentage or there could be better opportunities depending on the county.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the deal of the week we want to talk about, we actually want to talk about a property that's going to be auctioned in Grant County, Wisconsin, and it's going to be actually an online tax deed sale.
Yeah, and it's actually the auction date is coming up here on September 30th, so we've got just a week or two, I guess a few weeks until the auction date here. But the opening bid is just $1,000.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we're talking about here is a brick school. So to give you a little bit about the basics of the property, as we mentioned, it's a large brick school. Now, it is an older property and it does need a lot of work, but it is kind of fun looking at properties like this. It's really on a good size lot, 0.79 an acre. So, a good size, plenty of room there. And it has an assessed value of around $80,000.
Yeah, it also, as you can see, it's in a nicer neighborhood. You could say, there are nice homes that are valued highly close to it.
Yeah, exactly. There's a home right next door that's valued at $404,000. The property next door to it is $183,000. So the real estate within the area is nice, and it's really in a pretty good area. So as far as some of the photos that we've seen on the property, these are some exterior photos just to kind of give you an idea of it. You can see it's a pretty large building. It's all brick, and it's also got that good sized lot.
Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens with this. And really, we see a lot of different properties that will come up kind of like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we can see just different slides of the building lot, kind of give us an idea. We can see that it kind of really goes back up in there into the woods a bit. So you do have...
it's a nice size lot.
Yeah, you do have extra area there if you wanted to go ahead and clear out or do something different with it. Really, this would, there's kind of some different possibilities you could do with it. But it is going to need some work, that's obvious. But it's starting at $1,000 bid.
Yeah, it is starting at a really low price there. And here you can actually see there, it is, full-on school with a full-sized... gym and basketball court there. Obviously, everything's pretty rough there. Who knows? Just based on the images, if it's something that would be worth saving. But it's interesting to note that it starts for $1,000.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, your novice real estate investor isn't going to go and look in here like a project like this. But even the brick alone probably has quite a bit of value. And if you could restore it, there is a lot of possibility with a huge open space like that.
Yeah, there may be a lot of different ways you could monetize something like that. Yeah, it's true. Just the old brick itself, could have a lot of value if you were to. I mean, if the whole thing was to be, let's say, demolition. You wonder if you couldn't make money that way with all the supplies that are there.
Yeah, well, looking into how old the brick is, the brick could definitely have a value. There is huge value in reclaimed type stuff, reclaimed furniture. You can see that it definitely needs a lot of work.
Yeah, there's still lots of stuff that's there. It was probably essentially kind of condemned or just closed down.
Yeah, I think that's what it was done. In looking at it, it looked like it was actually owned through the city, and the city was selling. So I think it was probably like the elementary school or something like that at one time.
Now, if the overall structure, let's say that the brick was fine, I mean, you've got a huge open area there that you could use for a lot of different things. If there that you could basically get for almost nothing, to start off with. So it'd just be a matter of how much work it required.
Yeah. Now, right now, the current bid is $1,035. So somebody's interested. Somebody's went ahead and already made that bid on the property. There's potential profit. If you were to look at just the assessed value. But really, this is one that you would look a little bit more into because it's not just your regular type of property that sometimes we focus on, whether that be a building lot or land or some type of structured property.
Yeah, it's kind of a specialty property.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, that's also what kind of makes it fun to look into. This obviously needs a lot of work, but it also has potential.
We wouldn't recommend just anybody go out there and just buy it. You could find yourself in a whole heap of mess.
Yeah.
If you just don't know what you're doing, you just decide to go and put down a $1,500 bid on the property.
Yeah, absolutely. But if for the right investor and for somebody that knows what they're doing, it really could be an opportunity, especially when you're looking at buying it for $1,000. I mean, if the property next door, sure, it's a nice big home, $400,000, but the real estate does have value in there. The lot has value, and depending if you were to fix it or reclaim the furniture, in a building like that's that old too, it may have some type of historical type thing that you could help get funding for. Sometimes they have funding to rebuild or to fix up those type of properties. The town may have some type of thing that they'll work with you.
Oh yeah, in fact, towns eat that kind of stuff up. They love that. Anybody that's willing to put some time and attention into any of their older properties, they love.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's ways to get creative about it if you were to tackle the project and know what you were doing. Now, as far as, this property auction and any of the auctions that are happening throughout the United States, if you're interested in that, go ahead and go to taxsalesupport.com and check out our membership program. It really is probably the best value in tax sale education.
Oh, hands down. There's nothing else that's even close out there. And all you have to do is just sign up and just kind of start going through everything to see that it's a crazy deal. And we wanted it to be that way. We wanted people to have access to the stuff they need in order to be successful, and that's why we did it.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to give you access to over 500 auction lists each month. Thousands of over-the-counter lists, our training guides, our weekly webinars. There's just so much opportunity. So go ahead and check it out if you're interested in learning more.
Yeah. Thanks so much. We hope to see you soon.
Yep. See you for next week's Deal of the Week.